Hello, positive readers. It's Benta here, sweltering, because I have a hoodie on right now. It's green because I wanted to match the book cover of the book that we will be reviewing today, and it's like 80 degrees outside, so that's great. Anyway, today we're going to be reviewing one of the best books I've ever read, let alone this year, but probably my whole life, Heir by Sarah J. Maas. This book is just like, I feel like I start off all of these book chats with this book, especially if they're good. But oh my god, this book was just so good. Like, look how long it is. I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm about to just rip through. It was so good. Y'all don't even understand. Like, wow. Look at the cover. Look at the cover. It's like a burst of green, and you see, and I didn't even notice, but you can see her on the back. The bow and arrow, you can kind of see her face. I just love this. These covers are beautiful. They match the content inside head on. It's just beautiful. So this book is the third book in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, and it popped off. And when I say popped off, it popped like all the way off. But if you have not read it yet, I don't want you to get spoiled. So just know that I loved it, and that you have to continue the series if you thought that Crown of Net was trash or whatever, which is impossible because it was so good. But this is just even better. It keeps getting better, and I'm just wow. So leave if you have not read it yet and go read it. It's so worth it, guys. You don't even know. So anyway, spoiler section. This book started off, I'm gonna say slow because that's the only word I can think of, but it wasn't slow. It was slow but very interesting. Like slow burn. It was just like, cause there are 4 point of views in this one. Kale, Dorian, geez, what's the other one? Manon. Manon is this witch from the Blackbeak clan. She's a beast, like flat out. And I'm gonna talk about all that in my notes, but she's a beast, and I love her so much. I loved her point of view, and then obviously Selena. So in this one, it's interesting because everyone is literally like not in the same vicinity. Dorian and KO are, but they don't really talk that much until like maybe like closer to the end. And then Selena's by herself, and Aniel, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, she's by herself, and then Amanda's by herself, training to be in the King's Army with her witch cult clan thing. So this is going on. We're just gonna start off with the stuff that I like, because obviously I have notes until the end of the book. I have a lot of notes, y'all. Y'all don't even believe I'm scrolling right now because this book was just so good. It was just like, you think it's gonna be slow. This is what pops off. So anyway, okay, I don't want this to be too long. So Selena, obviously we know she's in Anili, and she's like bored and stuff. And at first she's really bored. She doesn't have a life. She's sitting on windowsills drinking and eating bread that she's sick of. And then all of a sudden one day she's like in an alleyway, and this old woman mistakes her for like a poor lady or whatever. He should get out of this hallway, yeah. And then all of a sudden, this Fae guy, Rowan, pops up like at the end of the alley, and it's like, "Come with me, like you've been summoned or whatever." She's like, "Who are you?" Like she could tell that he's not human or whatever, and I'm just like, "Is he gonna be important?" Yeah, he does become important. But anyway, so as this goes on, basically, I'm gonna run down really quickly. She goes to the city, almost gets to the city of Maeve, her aunt, her city. But she has to prove herself first. So she has to show Rowan and her that she can do magic. Like, she wants to see her potential, basically. That's what she wants to know. So, like, what she has to offer, basically. So, she goes to train with Rowan. For all these months, all these weeks, all this stuff goes on. They become really good friends. I love them so much. They're beautiful. And this one time, they got attacked or something, and she was barely doing her training. Like, she was barely getting by with her training. Like, she would like do something halfway, but these thieves were coming after her and him, and they were running really fast, and she was in her Fae form, and then she turned around and was like, surprise, jumps off the mountain and completely like just incinerates all the little demon things coming after them. I was like, I had to stop reading and write it. It was just epic, y'all. I don't believe. I'm gonna continue because that was the first note, and that took like a whole minute. So I'm gonna continue this. Manon and Titus. Manon is this witch, obviously, like I said, and she and her clan have to pick these beast things in these like things that they have to fly in the King's Army. Basically, he's good. They're his secret weapon. So they're training to fly these things across this divide wall thing. I forgot. But anyway, so she wants the ruthless one, the best one out there. His name was Titus, I believe. She wants she wants him because she sees him as her, basically as the beast version of her. He's like ruthless, he's the biggest, he's like the strongest, he's like the one who everybody's afraid of. He's just the one. But at the end of all this, she's like about to pick him, and then it's this thing called the bait beast, because it's the beast that baits the dragons or whatever they're called. And basically he ends up getting into a big fight with him, and he just snaps and just goes ballistic. And Manon sees that as like a warrior spirit and completely saves his life. And they both end up surviving. The grandma's mad, everybody's mad, but she knows the potential. I thought that was just so beautiful. It was just great. And he ended up really delivering like to the fullest. Jeez, this book was so powerful, made me feel so empowered, y'all, at certain parts. And so Selena, using her powers, actually got messed up a little bit sometimes. Like she would do too much, and Rowan was always there. He would like care for her and stuff, and it was so cute because one time he was caring for her, and she walked in or something on him working or something, and then he sat there, and then she went over there and like kissed him on his cheek. It was like not even romantic, which is another thing I love about their relationship. It's not romantic at all. It's just really solid, beautiful friendship, and I'm really there for it. It's just the most beautiful thing in the world. Jeez, I really loved it. So next thing is the theaters and the musicians. So a whole bunch of stuff is popping off in this book. I'm wondering why KL and Dorian aren't in my notes yet, but it's okay. They're gonna be in here. So basically, they ended up killing everybody in the labor camps, because I didn't talk about it, but in the last book, the slaves like uprise or like created an uprising or whatever because they found out Nehemia was dead. But they literally, in this book, they killed every single slave in Calecula and in Dovier, and Selena was going ballistic. Everybody's just like, oh my god, this is just so sorrowful. And it was like a festival or something in a Darlin, I believe, and they were this theater and musicians. That's what I wrote, but apparently it was like these people performing basically songs of the people that died, of the people's culture and stuff that had got killed, and then they all obviously met death. But it was so like touching. They always had that moment. They had that moment in Crown of Midnight too. But it's just wow. That just really made me feel bad. As they're going on, obviously when Selena arrived in this Fey place or whatever, Rowan obviously took all of her weapons because she's trying to learn magic and weapons do not help with that. So they were doing something, I forgot, which is sad, but I forgot, and then they were doing something, and she actually earned her dagger back, and he was like Fireheart, because she was ready to fight, because Selena is a big coward. I'm just going to say she's a coward, but she develops so much in this book. It's just beautiful. She goes from bored and like useless to the queen, Ailey Galantis. It was just like, wow. Most beautiful thing ever. But yeah, she earned her dagger back, and he's like the biggest supporter of her. He's like her right hand. It's just the most beautiful thing ever. And she was, I remember this was the most beautiful point in the whole book. I'm just gonna say it. They were like about to get attacked. They were getting attacked by these Valk things, these demons. They were attacking the wall of magic, and they were about to break through. But she ran out there against everybody's wishes, ran out, and basically was fighting them to the death. It was lit, but she ended up getting captured by them because she couldn't just take all of those people, and she let the darkness envelope her or whatever. And in this time, she was going through her childhood, different stuff that happened, how she got taken to Arobyn's place or whatever, all this stuff going on, and I was just like, wow. She just kept going into the dirt, like all these people that had died in Nehemia, all these people that she had failed, talking about, you're a failure, you're stupid, you're this. It was just so bad because they were basically trapping her in her own dark thoughts. But then at the lowest point, she was like, no, I'm going to use all these people that I thought that I failed and use their light to guide me. When Nehemia told me, don't let the light go out, it was just so beautiful. And then she, like, her old self literally, like, reached her hand out to her and she arose. She'd been laying down all this time. It was the most beautiful thing. I had to close the book and just think about it for a minute. It was just so beautiful, y'all. And then she arose and she popped back, won the war, killed these Valk things. It was beautiful. And it was Alien Galanthia. She was just flying. She like looked like a demon angel or whatever. It was so beautiful, y'all. Y'all don't believe. Rowan was obviously going ballistic, but we knew she was gonna be okay. So it was just like, holy crap. And this one line that I put in there, she was the heir of ash and fire, and she would bow down to no one. Yes! I was so here for this. Like, roll credit, she's the baddest. You can't top her. She's the best female character I've ever read about in anything, or either watched either. She was just so good. She's a great character, y'all. Y'all don't even believe how great this is. And she set the world on fire when she was talking to Maeve, because Maeve finally was like, okay, you can go to the city if you told me, you know, your powers. But she had figured out all this other stuff about how Maeve was the one with the keys and how she was jealous. So the past king, the one that was married to Elena, took the keys from her because she was crazy and was going to use them for bad things. She figured the whole thing out, laid it out for her, and she was like, huh? What? So she was like, you're not getting in. I'm not going to let you in. So she grabbed Rowan and started torturing him, and Selena was like, not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
And set the world on fire. It was so beautiful, and she didn't kill anyone because she's in control now. Beautiful after beautiful after beautiful, y'all. This is probably going to be long, but I just don't care. It deserves all the praise in the world. And she ended up trading her ring that, I forgot which ring it was. I hope it wasn't Chael's ring. Like, no. But I don't know. I forgot. But anyway, she traded the ring for Rowan's freedom from Maeve's blood oath or whatever, and it was the most beautiful thing ever. Apparently I have something that says made me feel, so I guess, I don't know who this is, really. But anyway, this is going on. I didn't tell anybody yet. I didn't tell you guys in this book chat, but, Dorian is going along with, this whole storyline is like everybody's doing their own thing. So Amanda ends up winning her thing. Selena ends up completely being a bitch. Her story overshadowed everything else. That's why I've been talking about her the whole time. But Dorian actually got like a girlfriend or whatever with like a maid or whatever. And she was like helping him with his magic and stuff. She didn't judge him at all because she had been in love with him for a minute. It was really cute. I was okay with it. I was really for it because she decided to be selfish for once instead of being all that passive, you know, shy stuff. I was happy. But yeah. But anyway, this is when the moment all went to crap because, okay, KO, I forgot to talk about whatever he's been doing. He went through a ton of development too because he had been like ashamed. He was like, he was scared that if Selena came back, she'd be Aelin instead, and he wasn't sure if he was gonna. It was a whole bunch of stuff he was going through, like existential crisis was going through his head. But he was okay because he figured out like not Archer, man, that was from last book. I forgot his name. Aedion. He was pretty sad, but I liked him too. He was like her cousin. He's Selena's like friend from a long time ago, and he wants his queen back. And when he heard that Aelin was back, it was so beautiful. And they were both like they weren't friends. They were like basically enemies with a cause to help each other. But they came together in the fact that, oh my God, Aelin is back and she's ready to kick some butt, and I'm here to support her. It was nice. It was really nice. So basically they've been working together against the resistance or whatever. But one time, okay, this at the end, I don't remember exactly how it happened, but it was like KO or somebody got summoned to the king's room or whatever. And everybody was like, we knew. I knew. I was like, this is not good. He figured y'all out. And then it was Aiden, Dorian, his girlfriend, and Kale in one room with the king, and then they're holding everybody back and stuff, you know, normal stuff. And it was so messed up because it was just like flu, and everybody was sitting there and they were like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Oh my God, it was like fighting through people's point of view. It was like, oh, what is he gonna do? And Kale was about to completely be like, it was me, but Aedion knew. He was like, somebody should be alive to tell the story. So she knew, so he knew he had to tell. He had to confess and be like, oh, it was all me. And he did it perfectly because the king in the beginning, we thought he was really not a good person, but he knew the king was going to believe him. He took the ring off. He was like, this is fake. Just so you know, you haven't been doing anything to me. I've been working with these traitors, basically. And then he was like, what? Okay. And instead of like executing him right away, he was like, let's take her to the dungeon. Let's take him to the dungeon because once Selena, aka Aelin, hears about you being in the dungeon, she'll come after you, and then we get to kill her. So that's great. We get to kill both of them. So that's great. The king thought he was doing something good. So Aiden confessed, and he was about to get carted off or whatever, which was really sad because I was like, oh my God, he won't get to see Aelin, but he will because I'm gonna keep him alive. I think I almost cried. I think I might have cried at this part because I was like, wow, he's not gonna get to see his queen. It was sad. But so then they were all talking and stuff, and Dorian was like really like on edge. She was like, I'll do whatever you want, don't kill Sorsha, his girlfriend. And then she was like, he was asking her questions, and she said something about this is what happens to traitors or something, and cut her head off just flat out death. I was like, no, Dorian, he deserves happiness. I was very sad about that, but he killed her. And then Dorian was just like, he started yelling, and he like climbed over to her and was like, it was very sad. And then he was about to kill KO. I forgot for what reason, but he was about to kill KO too, the king. He was like, I'll kill you too. And then Dorian was like, not him, not my friend, and was like fuming And all this ice ran towards the king, and he knocked him back in his throne and stuff. And they were just looking, and Dorian and Kale was like looking at each other. It was such an intense scene. Like if it was a TV show, it would be so intense. Like so much stuff was going on in this moment. But they were both looking at each other, like back and forth or whatever. And he was just like, it was like this paragraph about how. And then he said the thing that he knew since he met him, because they were brothers at heart, they're best friends for life. It was despite all this other crap they were going through in this book. And he was just like, I love you. And I was just like, brothers. I was just like, yes. It's just like the feeling was there. I was like, wow. And Dorian nodded, and then he was like, yeah. And then Takeo ran. He was like, oh my god, I have to go. And it was just the most epic thing ever. I was just like, wow. My beauties. So he ran to go get help or whatever. Adam's in dungeon. I forgot what happened to Manman. She just basically won and is about to go to war with the people. And that is the last thing I have on here. But the last thing I want to say is the fact that after all this and stuff like that, he fought with his father. But of course his demons or the whatever, the blackness, enveloped Dorian, and now he put him in the stone, like in iron, so he can't like use his magic, and put him in basically a dungeon too. So that's great. Great way to go into the next book, everyone. I can't wait to get Queenie Shadows. This book was serious, and my heart was just so many places in this book. I love basically everyone. It was just beautiful and epic. I love Dorian. He deserves happiness. I hope he gets happiness. We have like 4 more books to go. So I hope he gets happiness. But I love you all. I will see you later with another book chat from this series, because I am binging it and it's beautiful. So I hope you liked this book as much as I did, and if you did not, if you stayed this far, what's wrong with you? Like I don't understand your life, but whatever. I hope you enjoyed me talking about it, and I love you all. I'll see you next time with another video. Peace.